Whether you're a rate chaser or just want to know what's good, you gotta know what rates are out there. And just because a bank has a good rate doesn't mean it's a good bank. So that means it's time for the Battle of the Banks for April 2025. We have 4 winners and 4 losers, but which one's gonna take the top spot? We're gonna find out. Let's go! First up on the loser board is Capital One, and as we go through these banks, we're going to be looking for 5 different things. No fees, no deposit requirements, no ongoing direct deposit shenanigans, FDIC insurance, and of course, it's gotta have a good rate. So let's take a look at what Capital One has to offer, or not offer. We can see if we go down to their website, we just scroll down a little bit, and we see they have a 3.7 APY. Guys, we can do 4.0 or better. If you're not on 4.0, get the heck out of here. I'm not even gonna bother trying to open an account with you. It's just like, do better, man. Do better, Samuel Jackson. We can't rag on Jennifer Garner because she's Electra. So we got 3.7, a subpar rate. We do have no fees, no monthly maintenance fees. Okay, so that's 1. And there is no opening minimum requirements. That's 2. Still, the rate gives me the ick. So they got an app, open in 5 minutes.
I don't believe you.
I'm a jaded old man that has opened too many bank accounts and know that you cannot open an account in 5 minutes. But we see here they are FDIC insured. They're hitting 4 of my 5 requirements. If I'm being 100% honest, 3.7 for like a big known bank like Capital One, it's okay. For a big bank, someone that you've actually heard of before. Because if you go to like Chase or Wells Fargo or Bank of America, you're not even going to be getting like 1/10 of 1%. So for even Capital One to offer 3.7 is... unfortunately, okay. Not enough to put wowzers in my trousers, but it's a lot better than their big bank competitors. But still, Capital One is on the loser board. Let's take a look at what a good bank looks like. And we're starting off the winner column with Bread Financial. And right there you can see that boom, they are FDIC insured. And boom, they do have 4.4% rate. Dang, that's high, especially compared to the 3.70 we just saw. So boom, 2 of my 5 requirements hit already. Scrolling down, we see no fees. Boom, that's number 3. Hello. Start earning immediately. Excellent customer support. Blah, blah, blah. Scrolling down more, we see that they do have an app and they do have a $100 minimum opening deposit. A low barrier of entry, if you ask me, but I'm counting that as number 4 on the list. I don't see any references to a direct deposit requirement. That's 5. Boom, they hit all 5 of my requirements. If you run into a bank that looks good, random skibbity bank or whatever, and they don't mention a direct deposit requirement, that means that they don't have one. I do have an account with these guys and can show you the interface. It was very easy to open. It did not take very long at all, but it did take longer than 5 minutes. They are a pretty basic bank, which is perfectly fine with me. I want a bank that I just put my money in, I let it grow, I take it out when I need it. I don't need anything else. And that's exactly what Bread is. We can see here on the side is all the basic stuff, messages, transferring, different accounts you have, basic stuff. If we click on our account here, we can see just a little bit more detail on what we saw on the dashboard. We can see a rate of 4.30. That is the interest rate, which does equate to a 4.4 APY, annual percentage yield. So just because we see a lower number here, just know that we are getting that 4.4 APY that we saw on the other page. Bread is a really solid bank. If you're in the market, check them out. That's why they're on the winner board. Next up on the loser board is Goldman Sachs. You see here they have a 3.9 APY. And oh, they won an award for screwing people on interest. Oh, congratulations, Goldman. In their defense, they do have no fees and no minimum deposits right there. 3.9 is better than Capital One's, but we can easily get 4.4. We just saw that with Bread. Come on, guys. We do see they have a tiny little FDIC logo on their website. I'd be making that big. I'd be making that JD Power Award smaller and daggum FDIC a lot bigger. Oh, going down, we can see all of the people that have an even crappier rate than them. Guys, just because you have a higher rate than other people does not mean that you have a good rate, fellas. I did go through and look at the rest of those FAQs and find that they do not have a direct deposit requirement. So they check 4 of the 5 boxes. Not enough for me. No cigar, Marcus. That's why they're a loser.
You made it this far, you dig the vibe. So go ahead and hit subscribe.
Next up on the winner board is Newtek. And if we look at their website, right there, smacking us in the face is a big fat 4.45% APY. Take that, sucker. If we scroll down, we see no minimum balance, no monthly fees, no hidden fees. Hello. That's daggum near all the boxes. Featured benefits, online account, easy to open. You know my stance. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me like that, Newtek.
I've been hurt before, so I'm like really careful with my heart, all right?
FDIC insured though, right there, smack dab right in the face. These guys do not have a direct deposit requirement, which boom, checks all 5 boxes right there. I do have an account with them and made a video walking through that. We can take a look at what an account would look like, and here we can see they're pretty basic, just like Bread. Your accounts, you can name your account whatever you want, which was pretty cool. Not everyone does that. Do bill payments, you can move money. One would hope you could move money, and just a few services and settings accounts. Okay, more than a few. That's pretty darn basic. Let's click into the account and see what we get. Just some interest transactions, just like Bread that we saw. If we click the account details, we can see that we are getting a 4.35 interest rate, which does equate to a 4.45 APY, just like we saw with Bread, which is why old Newt is on the winner board. Next up on the loser board, we're crapping on Barclays today, but not too much. We're turding on Barclays today.
I have famously huge turds.
So if we look at their website right here, we see 4.4. 4.4, that's good, right, Andy? Let's dig in, fellas. We look at the statement, earn up to 4.4 APY. Up to means there's strings attached. Right underneath, we say Barclays tiered savings. Let's dig in. These are the tiers. So 4.15 for everything except for 250 grand or greater. That's when you get the 4.4. I don't got 250 grand. Do you? And if I do, I'm certainly not putting in a daggum Barclays high yield savings account. I'm gonna invest that junk.
Oh, that's cold.
So if you're like normal people, you'll have less than $10,000 in your savings account and you will get 4.15. 4.15. I said in the beginning, you gotta get on my radar to get above 4, and they do. So it's not bad. I can't crap on them too much. Only little turd skis can I crap on Barclays. Let's look and see how many boxes they check here. And right here, right at the top of the toolbar, FDIC insurance. That's how you promote FDIC. You put it at the toolbar, it stays on the screen the whole time. Everyone can see, boom, FDIC, what up? That's how you do it. If we scroll down a little bit more, we do see that they have no maintenance fees, no minimum balance to open. Boom and boom. What is this? Early direct deposits and online transfer. They said the D word. This requires investigation. Don't hit me with no direct deposit requirement shenanigans here, Barclays. All right, I took some time to read through their website. They do not have a direct deposit requirement. But if you really wanted to go with a big name bank, Barclays is probably the guy, because 4.15 is, it's okay. It's okay in my book. But if you wanted to go with a bank that like has a huge name, and Barclays is probably the hugest name in either list today, when you open up your account, they're going to do test deposits, which means they're going to put 2 very, very small deposits into your current bank, like 7 cents and 9 cents or something random, like under 25 cents. That's going to take some time. It's kind of annoying. It's going to take like a week for those tiny little deposits to hit your account. And then when they do, you're going to have to go into your Barclays account and enter in those 2 tiny numbers to verify that you actually do have access to the account that you put in your Barclays website, so that you're not like pulling off some kind of scam. It's really annoying to do, but if you want to do Barclays, that's what you're going to have to do. Barclays is going to be a no from me, dog, but it just might be a yes for you. Next up on the winner board, we got Peak Bank. Peak Bank is coming in at 4.54%. Hello. And right here on their website, they got no minimum balance and no monthly fees. We see here they do have a $100 minimum opening deposit. Fine. Okay. If you must. $100 is a small hurdle. I've seen 500. I've seen 1,500. Freaking ridiculous. 100, fairly small. Okay, I'll accept it. They do the tiered thing, but that won't be a problem unless you have $10 million that you want to put in there. I said doo-doo. I am not seeing any mention of a direct deposit. That means they do not have a requirement. These guys checking all 5 boxes. That's why Peak Bank is on the winner board. Our top loser today is Axos. If we go on their website, right here, you can see they are FDIC insured, so that's something. If we scroll down, we see get up to 4.86 APY. 4.86? That's gotta be good, right, Andy? Let's dig in. Right here we see Axos One Savings and Checking Bundle has it all. Meaning you gotta open up 2 accounts right off the rip. They're telling you gotta open up a savings and you gotta open up a checking. Oh, it gets worse. Work faster, early paydays, blah, blah, blah. 4.86 APY, 0.5% APY on checking, which most checking is 0. So 0.5% on checking is decent. And we can see right there, no monthly maintenance fees. Okay, we see right there, they do have an app. Okay, they have a crap load of money and customers. Here's where it gets interesting. Right here on the left, high rates, earn up to 4.86 and 0.5. When you meet the requirements. Right here, boom, when you meet the requirements. What are said requirements? We have to do some more investigating. Just for kicks, we're gonna keep scrolling over. Early paydays, lower fees, no monthly maintenance, no minimum balance, no account opening, overdraft fees. Okay, that's a few boxes checked. That is a couple in the plus column for Axos. And boom, right there, again, FDIC insurance. Let's scroll down. We gotta find out what these requirements are. Calculator, other guys are crappier, fantastic. No fees, no minimum deposit. I'm actually in favor of several of these. Okay. Where are the requirements, y'all? What's with this easily pass-byable text right here?
That's not a word.
Receive qualifying monthly direct deposits of $1,500 in total by the 25th of each month. But there's more. And maintain an average daily balance of $1,500. What if I want to spend my $1,500, guys? What happens then? They don't even tell you that. So they do the tier thing. All the tiers are the same, fine. Standard rate. So right here, if you don't meet the requirements, you get 1%. Look at all the fine print. It's still going. It's still going. Oh my goodness. Y'all, a wall of fine print is a red flag. Come on, y'all. The bank does not get to tell me what to do with my money. How much I have to give you? No. I tell the bank where I want my money. Okay. We've seen plenty other banks that don't have to make you jump through hoops like these guys. This is ridiculous. The fact they don't come out with all of these requirements with the 2 accounts and the minimum deposit and the direct deposit crap. Dude, that's shady AF, man. They should have that stuff in big letters so you know what you're getting yourself into, but you probably won't figure it out unless you meticulously go through the fine print like I like to do until you've already got an account with them. Just like, why waste my time? That's why these guys are the top.
Le who? The her.
And the top winner award goes to Pi Bank. Right here on their website, 4.6 APY. Daggum, that's big. No fees, no minimum balance. They are FDIC insured. This dude's doing his best Swan Lake over here. He's dancing, he's getting such a good rate. No fees, no minimum balance. This guy's excited. He's like, hey, look at that good rate. This account was very easy to set up. I do have a video walking through the whole thing. And I gotta tell you, they really are like a very good bank for me. There are a couple of things to note though. They only have an app. They don't have a website. For an old man like me, I prefer a website that I can put on a big screen so my old man eyes can adjust. But for 4.6, it's okay. I can rough it with an app. Number 2, they only do plaid transfers and wire transfers. So to transfer money from your current bank into Pi Bank, you'll do a plaid transfer. Plaid is very, very common. Probably most of these banks that we've gone through today, they do plaid. But if you want to put money from your Pi Bank into your current bank, you're going to have to set up a wire transfer. And I know from my Wells Fargo, they don't charge a fee for wire transfers. So that's why these guys are like perfect for me. They're very basic. Before opening an account with Pi Bank, you might want to check if your bank does wire transfer fees for incoming deposits. It'd be very important to figure out. Let's take a look what the interface looks like. So I am putting my money where my mouth is. I got a good chunk of change in there. Down at the bottom, we see our transaction history. Just like the others, very common. How you can do wire transfers. Right here is what a transfer interface looks like. Right there, deposit money. It looks very similar. Basic stuff, guys. In the hamburger menu, pretty similar stuff. Pi Bank had taken the top spot in my book. Who'd I miss? Go Crush!